Really thrilled and honored to be here. Wade, is so true. North Carolina is an exciting place where a lot of important work has been done, and I'm just really thrilled that so many of you would come out to kind of be in a space like this to deal with some of these issues. I want to talk a little bit about the work that has occupied my time and career over the last 30 years, and it has to do with the crisis that I think is so manifest in our country today. The challenges that I see in Baltimore and Ferguson and so many communities in this country are not momentary reactions to incidents of police violence. It is, in many ways, a manifestation of response to 4 decades of a tremendously transformational period in American history. Over the last 40 years, this country has changed in radical ways. In 1972, we had a prison population of 300,000. Today, we have a prison population of 2.3 million. The United States now has the highest rate of incarceration in the world. We have 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's imprisoned. Our politics have, in my judgment, been corrupted by fear and anger. Politicians have been competing with each other for 40 years over who can be the toughest on crime. And they've used fear and anger to justify policies and procedures and programs that have done some absolutely devastating things to our country. We now have 6 million people on probation and parole. There are 70 million Americans that have criminal arrests, which means that when they apply for a job, or when they try to get a loan, or when they try to move on through life, they're going to be disfavored legally as a result of that status. There are collateral consequences. We talked about everyone coming to Selma. Last month it was a wonderful, wonderful weekend. The president came and 80,000 people were there, but very few of the people who were there appreciated or even knew that 31% of the black male population of Alabama has permanently lost the right to vote as a result of a criminal conviction. We're actually projecting in another decade or two there are going to be counties in Alabama where the level of disenfranchisement will be higher than it was at the time of the Voting Rights Act. And there's this silence. It's created hopelessness and despair. I go into communities where I sit down with 13 and 14-year-old kids, mostly poor kids and kids of color, and when I engage them in honest conversation, what they will tell me is, they'll say, Mr. Stevenson, I don't expect to be free or alive by the time I'm 21.